Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you one question and one question only. What were you doing 2007, September 14th? You could have been at work. You could have been at school. But for the very lucky few, they were loading up Skate 1 for the Xbox 360 or PS3 for the very first time. Now, with that being said, Skate 1 is the birth mother of the Skate games, Skate 2 and 3. It laid the grounds for what was to come. The absolute wealth and fame given to EA through these games was monumental. EA absolutely turned into Gold D. Roger once he found the One Piece, and they announced it to the world, dying at the stake when they released Skate 3, that the One Piece was real. And that One Piece turned out to be Skate 4. Was Skate 4 really all that worth it? Was it worth the 15-year wait? I'm not sure. But all I know is that the true Skate 4 could possibly have been the friends that they made along the way. That's all I know that I can say for certain. Because Skate 4 is not quite up to standard, if I put it nicely, in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying Skate 4 isn't fun, but when you look at previous Skate titles such as 2 and 3, you can obviously see that there are a multitude of things different from those games compared to Skate 4. Now, I'm playing Skate 4 in the background of the voiceover that I'm doing right now, and it looks not great. These bright blue and yellow ramps, I don't know what's going on with them. All I know is that these may be here to stay because these ramps do not have actual textures on them. They look horrifying, they look disgusting. And that could be just how they're gonna stay. We all know that EA has taken a significant drop in quality over the past few years, so it's entirely possible to think that EA might just be leaving those as they are. They're gonna leave the community parks a mess, and they could possibly just leave the game as it is, which is a little bit horrifying to think about. Now, am I saying that EA is going to take this old Yeller style behind the bar and put a bullet in its brain? Absolutely not. But they could if they played their cards wrong. They have a winning blackjack hand, and now it's just up to them whether they're going to fold or go all in. And do I think they're going to go all in? I don't think so. I think they might just sit there with their cards and just see how much money they bring in, and if it's good, then they'll continue to work on it. Because Skate 3 was 15 years ago. EA's seen a decent amount of success, to, say the least, and why would they ever need to bring back a game that's last installment was 15 years ago? I don't think they do. I really don't think that they wanted to. I think that it was just something to throw out to see if they could rake in a bunch of money off of it. And, well, it's looking great because the early access still has so many people. I see posts all the time about it. I see videos about it. It's doing very good. So EA is most likely going to finish this game and turn it into a full non-early access game with as little bugs as possible. And while the gameplay is great, there are some changes, as you can tell. I'm going to throw up a clip on screen right now. That was for me. Boom. Right now. So this is what Skate 3 looks like, and I'm going to try to switch it over and see if I can find a clip of Skate 2. Those games look wildly different from the Skate 4 you see right now. And even though my clips, which is, these are, this is me playing right now, I may not be the best, but that's just gameplay. I'm only focusing on how the game looks, on how the game feels. When you hold it up to games from the past like Skate 2 and Skate 3, and even Skate 1, like, shit, it looks nothing like them. Sure, the graphics are better, but the art style is just, like, it's fine. I don't know how to feel about it just because it's so different, and it needs time definitely to digest A lot of people don't mind it, a lot of people do mind it. So I feel that it could be one of the down points, the bottlenecks, the chokeholds of this game is just the art style alone, because everything else in it is so good. Sorry, this would not actually be the only choke point of the game, or like the only downside. I could probably think of a couple more off my dome. And let's keep it a buck, let's keep it real, let's keep it 100 right now. It's an EA game, so one of those things is probably going to be a lot of microtransactions, which is a little bit wild. I had seen something early on about how when the game was like new, that there were only like 2 currencies, now there's 4, which is a little bit excessive, EA. Like, come on, what are you doing? You only need 2, you know, one for money, one for in-game money that you earn. I don't know. So stuff like that and microtransactions could be one of the downfalls of this game, as well as DLCs. Okay? This game right now is free. It's going the way of Fortnite. It's going the way of many other games. It's going the way of Destiny 2, right? Where the game itself is free, but the free-to-play aspect is so limited that it could very well put an absolute death sentence to the game. It did it to Destiny 2, not quite to Fortnite, but it did it to Destiny 2. And there's an area in the game called Brick Switch, which has no content in it whatsoever. You're able to go into it and skate all the construction and stuff like that, but do I think it's going to be released as part of the full game? Absolutely not. No way. I don't think it's going to be released into the full game. I think it's going to be released as a DLC, because we're talking about EA here. We're not talking about some non-profit charity. We're talking about EA, the people known to copy and paste Madden and 2K for, I think at this point, like 30 years on end, not making very many improvements or changes to them. We're talking COD level changes to these Madden sports games, and it's a little bit concerning, because we could be facing like a $20, $30, like $40 DLC with Brick Switch alone. Not to mention any main quests or any side content that may come with it, or cosmetics. It's a little concerning to think about, and I do think that could be one part that would be not very well liked within people who play this game, but what are you gonna do? You know, it's not like I'm talking about Tarkov and it's $100 DLCs. I'm talking about Skate 4. This game is already loved by many, and it has been out for, what, like not even a month at this point? Sorry, it's been out for 1 month at this point. It's still early access. We have a lot of time to go, so we'll see if Brick Switch ends up being a DLC, like I believe, and if it is, that's strange. That's odd. I don't know how to feel about that. Alright, I'm gonna stop my Skate 4 ramblings before I say something diabolical, but I'm gonna continue to play Skate 4. I think you should continue to play Skate 4, or start to play Skate 4 if you haven't already. I just hope EA does something good with this. I'm gonna go chill with the birds now. So, that was fun. Hopefully Brick Switch is not a DLC. Yeah, that's all I really got. Now, before I end off the video, like, completely, I just want to say that take my criticisms with a grain of salt. It's early access, so I don't know how it's gonna go, and I don't think anyone else knows how it's gonna go, not even EA. The only thing that I want to say is that I hope this game gets the attention and love from the developers that it deserves, and that they're not just throwing it out there like a prostitute in the cold, pimping it out for all the extra money they can get. And I just hope that they can put together a very nice game after 15 years, because that's a little crazy, and they really gotta come back and hit this one good. But that's all I really have to say about the game.